Now, landform changing processes. Okay, geomorphic processes, landform changing processes. It is divided into two. One process which occurs inside the earth called as endogenic process. Another one which occurs outside the earth geomorphic process is divided into two. What are the two? One endogenic, another one is exogenic. See this. Endogenic process is divided on the basis of time. Time. What is the meaning of that? Earthquakes, volcanoes occur suddenly. Mountains take millions of years. Right? Mountains take millions of years. Himalayas was formed for 80 million years. Okay. So, as I told you, 1 centimeter soil takes 500 years. 5 lives of ours. We won't see 1 centimeter. That is where endogenic comes into picture. Okay. One is slow process. If it is very slow, terminology, guys, everything is terminology. Here, it is known as diastrophic process. Okay. Millions of years is called as what? Diastrophic. If it occurs in fraction of seconds, I told you, Rayleigh waves, love waves, it is called catastrophic process. Like examples, volcano, earthquakes, just terms, okay? Now, this diastrophic process means it takes millions of years, and this process is divided on the basis of movement. That means, how does it move? One, it may move vertically, or it may move horizontally. If it moves vertically, it is called apirogenic. Give me the book. Yes. Actually, this was shape of India. India was like this. Like, now what happened? Imagine this is Eurasia. India initially went and hit Eurasia. When it hit Eurasia, this area went down like this. Gujarat, Rajasthan went down like this. Again India hit. It came out. You might have heard Dwarka went into water, came out. How do we know it went and came out? You see, this is run of Kutch. Have you heard Gujarat? Run of Kutch. Here, can you see? Salt. White desert. Okay, all this is salt. If you take, you'll get salt. Completely. For how many kilometers? Any idea? 800 to 900 kilometers. You have salt spread across. Who brought the salt? So, land went into the water and came out. When it goes, it is called submergence. When it comes out, it is called as emergence. So can I say going down and coming up is vertical? So that is what we call epirogenic. Epirogenic can be two. One is submergence, another one is emergence. Okay, so horizontal movement is called orogenic. Why mountains will be formed? Now you tell horizontal movement. Can we say if we press, it comes like this? Okay, this is called as what? Horizontal movement, mountain building movement. Mountains in geography is called oro. That's why it's called as what? Orogenic. So the orogenic can be either fold or it can be fault. I'll explain these two words later. Fold and fault. You see this once? Entire geomorphic process is divided into two. What are the two processes? Endogenetic, exogenetic. Exogenetic is outside the earth, endogenetic is inside the earth. Inside the earth is on the basis of time. Time, slow is diastrophic, sudden is catastrophic. So slow is again divided on the basis of the movement. One is vertical movement, another one is horizontal. Vertical is epirogenic, horizontal is orogenic. Epirogenic is submergence and emergence, orogenic is fold and fault. Now, exogenetic means which occurs outside the earth. Here, I have three processes. One is breakdown of the rocks is called weathering. Weathering is what? Breakdown of the rocks. Another one, movement of the rocks is called mass movement. I'll explain this again. Okay, weathering, mass movement. And if there is transport of rocks by wind or water, then it is called as what? Erosion. So you'll have weathering, mass movement, erosion. 10 marks questions. Just writing the words. Okay, so write this first. What is sill? Horizontal. Dike? Vertical. Bath? Deep inside. Deep. Mushroom? Laco. Lopo is saucer. Faco is wavy. Anticline and syncline. You write below. Geomorphic process. Subheading. Geomorphic process. Geomorphic process. It includes all the processes. It includes all the processes where the landforms on the Earth's surface undergoes change. First, based on the area where the force acts, based on the area where the force acts, it is divided into endogenetic and exogenetic. Below this you write endogenetic. Endogenetic process. It includes processes. It It includes processes that occur inside the earth, mostly due to convection current in asthenosphere. Next point. Based on the time taken for a particular process or landform to appear on the surface, it is divided into first one, catastrophic process, hyphen, it occurs suddenly on the earth's surface. Example, earthquakes and volcanoes. Next, diastrophic process. Example, earthquakes and volcanoes. Next, diastrophic process. It includes slow processes which takes millions of years. Next point, based on the movement diastrophic process is divided into first one, a pyrogenic movement. Hyphen. In this process, a part of the Earth's crust will move vertically upward or downward. Part of the Earth's crust move vertically upward or downward, leading to submergence and emergence. Next, orogenic hyphen. It includes all the processes where there is horizontal movement and mountain building process. Mountain building process. It is divided into mountain building process. It is divided into first one, folds. Folds. You see here, when anything is compressed into anticline and syncline, then it is called as fold. Okay, you write there, when the rocks are compressed into anticlines and synclines, then it is called fold. Below this, types of folds. Types of folds. You see here, when both sides are equally compressed, it is called symmetrical fold. One side pressure is more, another side pressure is less. This is asymmetrical. If pressure further increases, one will fall on the other. It is overturned. And if it is furthermore, one limb will fall on the earth, right? So this is called recumbent fold. Names. Fine. So you write first one, when two limbs LIMBS, two limbs, just one below the other. No, don't write the names, just write one below the other. When two limbs are compressed, equally, comma, it is symmetrical. It is symmetrical. Second, if one limb is compressed, more than the other, limb is compressed more than the other, then it is asymmetrical. Asymmetrical. Next, when one limb compresses on the other, it is overturned. Next, when one limb when one limb almost becomes parallel to the ground surface, then it is recumbent fold. Draw this. Done. You got recumbent, but if there is further compression, one part will break and it will go and fall somewhere else. Alps mountains, when they were compressed, one block they broke, it went and fell in Norway. The rock from Switzerland fell in Norway. Rock means this much. 5 kilometers. You're understanding? 5 kilometer rock fell on Norway. Harappan civilization gone. Like, where it went, like this only, it will disappear. Next, this is called nappe. You write below, when recumbent fold is compressed, then one limb will break. Called nappes. Next point, whenever there is anticline and syncline, within anticline, whenever there is anticline and syncline, within anticline, it is called anticlinorium. You see here, this is anticline, and within this there is anticline and syncline. This is anticline, this is syncline. Within this, if you have like this, what is it called? Anticlinorium. You write, if there is, next point, if there is anticline and syncline, within syncline, then it is synclinorium. These two. First two. See, geography is very easy, just diagrams. Last one is faults. It includes faults. It includes the process where the crustal blocks will move. Crustal blocks will move. MOV, move. Okay, see here, divergent boundary. One crustal block goes down. Okay, so if this crustal block goes down, it is called normal fault. Okay, same aspect. If there is convergent boundary, and if it moves above, what is it? Whenever area increases, normal fault, that is again along the gravity, if it goes normal fault, against the gravity it is called as reverse fault. We have three types of boundaries. This is divergent, that is convergent. I'll give transform. Okay, you write below. In divergent boundaries, when crustal blocks move southward, then it is normal fault. As it is along the gravity. Next, in convergent boundaries, as crustal blocks move against the gravity, then it is reverse fault. Next, in transform boundary, the movement may be towards right. This transform is parallel, right? If it moves like this right, moves like this left. What you wrote? Towards right, it is dextral. And if it moves towards left, it is sinistral. Earlier time, left hand was considered sin. If anyone writes in left hand, they used to give current shock and all, and then make them to use right hand. Now left hand is stylish. At that time that was the case. That's why it's used sinistral. Okay. Draw these terms.